Well, welcome to the Cooking Corner. Today, our friend Heather Berryhill shows us how to do some delicious wontons with chili oil.
Hi, Heather Berryhill here. Welcome back to my home kitchen. Okay, recently my family and I went to a local Tulsa restaurant and I had the best chili oil wontons I have ever tasted. It's just gotten me in this mode of wanting to make them. So today we're gonna make them in my kitchen, so let's get in there. So what I have here is some really warm water. I've peeled and sliced up some fresh ginger. I'm gonna drop a few pieces into the water along with some chopped scallions, kind of the white parts. I'm just gonna let that kind of infuse all of those flavors into the water for about 15 minutes. So while that water is infusing with the scallions and the ginger, I've got 2 grounds of minced pork here. I'm gonna start seasoning it up with some salt, onion powder, garlic, and white pepper. I'm just gonna go in with my hands and just start mixing everything. I'm gonna add some of that infused water in a minute just to give it some flavor and to thin out the dumplings. I'm gonna go ahead and add in 1 egg. And I'm gonna give it a mix. I'm gonna start slowly pouring in a little of this water just to thin out the pork. If some of the scallions fall in there, that's just fine. You're looking for a pretty loose consistency here. You don't want it too hard to handle because you want the pork to be really tender inside of the wonton. This looks like about the consistency that we're going for. I've got my wonton skin here. I'm gonna dip in that infused water, just one side, just like so. I'm gonna take a little bit of that meat, not very much. The secret is just don't overstuff your wonton. So just a tiny little bit of meat in there. Make a triangle. Press those 2 sides together. And then I take one of the corners, dip, and then just fold over. I've got some salted water boiling here. I'm gonna drop my wontons right down. I'm gonna do about 12 for this first batch. You just wanna leave yourself enough room for things to be able to move around. You wanna let those float to the top. I'm gonna mince up a bunch of garlic to go in the bottom of our wonton bowls. To build our bowl for these wontons, I want you to put a little bit of minced garlic in the bottom of your bowl. Now, a little bit of soy sauce. I've got some Chinese black vinegar here. A little sprinkling of some Sichuan black peppercorns. All right, I've got my sauce in the bottom of the bowl. It's time to take these wontons out. You want to drain off as much of the water as you possibly can and add those to your bowl. I've got a little bit of my homemade chili crunch oil. I can share the recipe for this on my website. Super easy to make, takes about 5 minutes. I'm gonna throw on some scallions right on the top. I like to hit it with a little bit of cilantro, and we are ready to eat. So there you have it, homemade chili oil wontons. You guys are gonna love this one. It's better than takeout. For more recipes like this, follow me on Instagram at justme, Heather B.
Looks delicious, Heather. Thank you. You can find this recipe and many more just like it right now at newson6.com/recipes. We'll be right back.